Hey everybody, this is CJ. Welcome back. I just wanted to say hey. I've been pretty busy the last day or two, so I thought I'd put out a video to get caught up. Yesterday I spent running around pretty much just getting paperwork in order. Really what I had to do was run out to the school, which is like 30 miles from here, and pick up the paperwork, take it to the DMV, get that paperwork, take it back to the school, and get all my transcripts and everything, and then take that to my workforce person. And that was pretty much most of the day. That was about half the day. So I just have a paper license now. Like before, they send all that stuff in the mail. And then of course my hazmat fingerprints didn't come back in time. And so once I get my license, I'm going to have to take it back when I get my hazmat letter and pay another $750 to get it updated with my hazmat on it. But that's the way it goes. You know, if I would have jumped on it early. So hey, there's a little bit of advice right there. If you guys want to get the hazmat endorsement on your license, once you test out on the paperwork portion of the hazmat, if you're in school, the $89 that you'll have to pay is for fingerprinting, and that fingerprinting takes several weeks for it to come through. So if you're going to need your hazmat, try to get it done as early as possible. That way you don't have to mess with your license later on. Anyway, I spent the rest of the afternoon trying to make phone calls to some of the companies that I had pre-hire letters from. And you know, sometimes I kind of forget that not everybody is in the same place at the same time, you know. One company I had a pre-hire for. Actually, they said they didn't have pre-hires, but I had the paper in my hand that said it was a pre-hire. But anyway, I called this company up and I talked to the lady, and she saw that I was released from my last job, and that had nothing to do with the trucking industry. And basically, it was, I worked for a church. Some of you already know this, some of you don't. I might as well explain a little bit. I worked for a church as a maintenance man. Now when people say, you know, when you say I work for a church, people get different ideas of what that is. Some people think of like a little Baptist church. You know, other people think of like the big Catholic cathedral, and, you know, Father walking around in robes, and you know. But this church was what they're now they call mega churches. It was close to 10,000 members. This church has had like a over 30% growth rate the last few years. So think about that for a minute. It's a big business, is what it is, and they're growing this church, and this is what they wanted to do. You know, they made a decision. Yes, we do want to grow, and so that's what they're doing. It's not a good or a bad thing. It's just that's what they're doing, and they are becoming a very large church. And you either, you know, it's kind of like when you have a new CEO. You know, I'm sure a company's been bought out, other people come in, they bring their people with them. Either you fit into their scheme or you don't. And some people get, you know, asked to resign, other people hang on, and some people get replaced, and that's what happened to me. And you know, it's just like I said, it was a time in my life. It was a good thing, and I still go to that church sometimes. But I was let go, and this company said, well, you were fired from your last job, we can't hire you. And I thought, oh, well, this had nothing to do with trucking. He says, well, that doesn't matter. You know. And another part of that was I kind of knew that it was going to be coming because of certain conversations I'm not going to get into. I'm not going to talk bad about anyone, and I'm sure they wouldn't want to talk bad about me. So I'm going to leave that part go. I kind of lost my train of thought, but you know, this whole deal, it had nothing to do with driving trucks, and it wasn't like I stole from the pot at the church, or I was a falling down drunk, or DUIs or anything like that. You know, it was just it was my time to go, and I remember what it was now. You know, at a certain point, you know, it's like I kind of knew it was going to be time for me to go. And when I walked into the office, he kind of looked at me and said, "You know, CJ, we're not going to need your services anymore." And I was going to, you know, okay, fine, you know, all right, where's my, you know, sign what I need to sign, let's go. And I was kind of holding on because I didn't want to quit, because I thought workman's comp would frown upon me quitting, so I was waiting to be let go. And it turns out they didn't, being the kind of an organization they are, they don't have to pay into unemployment. So I was denied that anyway. Anyway, this company wouldn't hire me just because I was let go of the last company I was with. And there was another company the same day, and like I said, I'm leaving names of these companies out, but another company that I really want to go to work for, they called me back and said, you know, the boss wanted to know how someone could get fired from a church. So that was 2 in one day, you know, and I was getting, you know, by this time I'm getting a little bit perturbed. You know, I put all this effort into this. And the bottom line is, you know, out of all this, I'm not the only one who was let go from a church. In fact, there's a whole other church that was started from people that used to work or go to this church. So there's a whole other organization that has sprung up from people that were let go of this other one. So I'm in good company, you know. But the bottom line is, this is coming back to bite me, you know, and it's really got me. I'm a little upset about it. But, you know, I'm going to keep going. I thought I'd be off in a bus or going to a terminal here in Denver to start some training. And here I am with some little, I'd call it a glitch, you know, but it's just frustrating. And anyway, that's my rant for the day. You know, I don't know where I started or where I was going with all this, but you know, it's just doing footwork, and just I got to keep plugging away at it. There's a couple more companies, you know, maybe the one I wanted to go to work for will call me back and say, hey, we thought about it and we're good to go. But I need to be on the road quickly, whether it's training or whatever. I just need to be moving. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging in there with me. I'll give you another update probably tomorrow. I've got a couple companies that are supposed to call me back. If not, I'm gonna get on there at 7:30 in the morning, like I did this morning, and go after them. So anyway, you guys have a good one. God bless, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye.